All right, Miles, let's talk about the Miami Dolphins here for a little bit. This is a team after 11 games last season. They looked like world beaters. Everything was heading in the right direction. Unfortunately, due to injuries, it didn't work out. They wanted to it. But the future is bright, and it looks like the Miami Dolphins organization is making a lot of really smart moves focused on the long term, building a long term power in Miami. And I know you have a story that reinforces that to a T. But before I hand it over to you, Dolphins fans, like I said, look, you guys didn't make it to the big game, didn't make it to the Super Bowl this year, even though the future is bright. But we want to hear from you still in the comments section below. Give us your prediction of the final score and, of course, the winner of the Super Bowl. Let us know in the comments section below. And while you're down there, make sure you hit subscribe. So that way, all the Dolphins content we post, and we post a lot of it. We love talking about Miami, gets sent to you so you don't have to do anything. But all right, Miles, give us the latest with the Dolphins.
Yeah, Nick, this story might not make sense at first, but I think if the Dolphins fans just, stick with us just for a second, it will be able to prove our point here. And Tom Brady impending free agency is the big news around the NFL. Where is he going to go? Does he stay with Tampa? Does he go to the Raiders? Does he go to the 49ers? Does he go to Miami? There's a lot of different options. Brady has been linked with Miami numerous times, going all the way back to 2020, where there was a rumor Brady, Peyton kind of come over to Miami. All of that, it's crazy rumors like he would get equity in the team. And then all of the tampering and all of those aspects were brought up as well. But that is in the past, and this is in the future. And this new Miami Dolphins front office, this new team, the new coach, has come out in front of all of this and tried to get out ahead of it and say, listen, we are not in the Tom Brady sweepstakes. We are with the guys that we have now, and that is Tua Tagovailoa, that's Mike McDaniel. And, they want to stick with this team. And as you said, they want to go for the long-term approach. They want to build this team the right way. They want to have years of success. They don't want to go for the quick fix. And we say quick fix, but we don't even know if Brady has a quick fix left in him. We don't know if he's washed up. We don't know if he has one more year left. But that's not what they want. They want to build this team, build it the right way, and go on and make their run however it is necessary, but not with the Tom Brady approach. What do you think about this statement from Miami, Nick?
So I think it's a really smart move by Greer and Ross and everyone at the leadership portions of that organization to come out in front of it and be very clear. Because look, no one would really, be blaming them because obviously Tua's still in the protocol, even though everyone thinks he'll be healthy for 2023. But there is obviously some questions there about his long-term health. No one would really be blaming them if they just kept their options open a little bit, right? Because we've seen with San Francisco, great roster, but injuries at the quarterback, and unfortunately the run comes to end despite having everything else in place. But the fact of the matter is the Dolphins aren't focusing on winning in 2023 exclusively. They're focused on the years to come after that. They want to be a power in the AFC East and the power, frankly, in the entire AFC for the next decade. And that's why they're in front of this with Tom Brady, because they look at the rest of the division. They see the Bills window is probably closing a little bit. No one knows what the Jets, if they get Aaron Rodgers, it's going to be a quick fix thing. It's going to be 1 or 2 year things. No one knows what the Patriots are going to be like. They're always going to be tough, but they don't look like a dynasty or even remotely close going forward. So the Dolphins look at this and they say, hey, look, we've got a real chance here. If we keep our core guys together, who we saw through 11 weeks are freaking unstoppable at times, then we have a chance to be the team in the AFC East and one of the top contenders in the AFC for the next half decade. That's why it's really smart here by getting in front of it. There's going to be no rumors. There's going to be no questions. There's not going to be any reports about them linked to Brady or any other quarterback. They're all in behind Tua, and that's great news for Tua, keeping his confidence up as well.
Yeah, and I love the approach, Nick, because looking at this Dolphins roster going forward, obviously we know that the offense has really high-powered weapons on that side of the ball. Maybe they pick up, I think Gesicki is pretty good, but they could get even better top-tier receiving option at the tight end position. Maybe a little bit of upgrade on the offensive line and at the running back position could do them. I mean, Mostert does seem pretty solid, but I'm just talking about things that they could do instead of go after a guy like Brady. And then on the defensive side of the ball, maybe get some more secondary help. That front four is very, very nice. Maybe some better linebackers as well. So there's a lot of things to address, a lot of things to go forward with this team. But, the offense seems really good. The defense, ranked 14th at the end of the season per PFF, is on the upper end of the NFL right now, upper middle end. You fix a couple of things on this Miami defense, and you fix maybe 1 or 2 things on the offense, all very, very doable through free agency and the draft. And this team looks like a top tier contender because you look at the AFC East, as you said, the Bills, especially in this playoff game, their window looks like you said is closing very, very quickly. It was an embarrassing loss in my opinion that they had. And then you got the Jets. Nobody knows what the Jets are going to be able to come up with at the quarterback position. Obviously, there's a lot of rumors floating around there, but nothing has been done yet. And as you said, the New England Patriots, they don't look like the same dynasty. So if the Dolphins make those few tweaks, Nick, this could be a super powerful team coming into next season. And I'm really excited to see what they're able to do.
And again, Miles, I think people forget, and I have to remind myself sometimes this too, is that Tua led the NFL in passer rating last season. He led the NFL in yards per attempt, touchdown percentage, net yards per attempt, adjusted net yards per attempt. When he was on the field, he was arguably the most efficient, the best quarterback in the NFL. So the fact that it's even up for discussion is kind of crazy to think about. But when you factor in the business side of it too, is that you look at Tua's salary cap hit next year, it's under $10 million. That's a scary good deal for any quarterback, let alone to his caliber when he's healthy. And I'm sure they'll restructure him to a long-term deal relatively soon. So they'll kind of extend that out, long 5-6 year deal with the first 2 or 3 years are team friendly before they get into the back end. So you look at the Dolphins here by sticking with Tua, riding that high quality offensive, hopefully he maintains that going to 2023 when he's healthy and beyond. And you look at the fact that they're set up strong in the salary cap game in terms of the quarterback position, playing the long game here is the right business move too. And that's why I think Ross and Greer and everyone at the top of the organization is doing the right thing here by not falling into the Brady trap and sticking with their Tua plan.